Meital Taub here with Livell Real Estate, and welcome to our incredible property here at 155 Oak Street, an amazing oceanfront here in Laguna Beach. Today we will be showcasing Taylor O'Sullivan Fine Art Photography, which we collaborated with in this property to showcase her amazing pieces. Hello!
Hi! Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you came.
So excited about this.
Is that amazing?
This house is stunning.
I know, and your photography just complements it so beautifully.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
It's a perfect match. Look at these watercolors today.
Mesmerizing.
Wow.
Thank you for joining us. I love the collaboration. Your art complements this space in such an incredible way. But tell me first, how did you start? How did you get to do what you do?
Yes, so it's been a 15-year journey in the arts. I started and have worked primarily as a filmmaker on movies and television for the last 15 years or so. And the projects that I work on very fortunately brought me to over 60 countries in the last 10 years.
60 countries?
60 countries.
Wow, that's amazing.
I've been on the move, and
yes.
When I would go on location for shoots, I would normally bring a film camera and I'd wake up an hour early and shoot a roll of film, just walk around by myself, just kind of for me, for fun.
To capture moments?
To capture moments, and you know, film and TV was always my work, but photography was always my passion. And just in the last couple years, I felt a real draw to see my work in a more permanent form. And so I created CULTERRA, which means culture of earth. And I call it the antithesis of the scroll. It's all about having my work in permanent form. And I say 10 years on your wall versus 10 seconds on your phone. So
that is a good sentence. Can you say that again? 10 years on the wall.
10 years on your wall instead of 10 seconds on your phone.
Oh my gosh.
We just spend so much time on our phones these days, and everything is really quick and fleeting, and a lot of us consume content and art in a really quick and fleeting manner, and this is my antithesis of the scroll.
I love that. I love that you found your passion, because we're able to have your art complement spaces in such an incredible way. I mean, for example, this specific piece here, tell me about that. You said that this is a very unique one, one of 10. One of 10.
So this is shot in Positano, Italy. I feel like this shot just perfectly encapsulates an Italian summer. Like, you can almost see the people down there drinking Aperol spritz under the umbrella. And I shot this on a drone, so it definitely would not be possible on a regular camera, but that's kind of the joy of film, and what I do is that I get to oscillate between different locations. I also use different types of camera. For example, this one, like I said, was shot on a drone, but the shots that we have upstairs in this beautiful house, some of them were shot on 35mm film and on medium format film, and it's just been such a rewarding process to take my travels and to bring them into these spaces to really breathe life and new stories into them.
And it's incredible because we're noticing as we're showing the house, people are walking around and they pause specifically in front of this photo, and I can feel that they're drawn into it to feel like they are in Italy. So I think you captured the space so great. I love that.
Thank you.
And
it just looks
colors.
So good in this house too. I mean, this house is absolutely stunning.
Yes, and the colors are amazing. I think it's just so mesmerizing, and every time when I look at it, I see something different, which is really great.
I love to hear that.
I love
myself still discover things about this photo.
And that's the best part. Yes. So tell me, what is the inspiration behind your pieces? How do you describe your style?
For me, it's all about nature, and I think that Mother Nature is so perfect exactly as it is, and this collection is all about taking the time to slow down and to notice. Earlier I said that we spend so much time on our phones with our heads buried, but the idea for me is that nature is all around us. It's just up to us if we want to take the time to slow down and to engage with it. And so my intention is that each of these pieces transports you to this place, whether you've been there or not, and brings in a sense of peacefulness and ease.
It does feel like a time machine, that's for sure. When you look at it, you feel like you're in Italy, or you can turn around and look at this incredible ocean view and remember that you're here in Laguna Beach. Is that great?
The Mediterranean of California.
Yes, exactly. And I'm sure you have a lot of interesting stories with pieces that you took, but I know there is one specific one that you wanted to share. So let's head to see it.
Okay, let's check it out.
Perfect. Wow, this piece is really incredible. What is the story behind this?
So this was shot locally right here in Laguna Beach, just a couple coves up from this house.
I think I recognize that.
You recognize this
yes.
beach? And I shot this very early in the morning on medium format. So if you ever are down at Heisler Park in the morning, you'll see me down there with my tripod and my light meter. And I feel like this shot just captures the magic that is Laguna Beach. And we're so lucky to live in this beautiful place, and I constantly feel inspired living here. I love shooting here because I love this place so much.
We are definitely fortunate to be here, which is incredible. And I'm looking at this piece, and it's so great because I'm just recognizing this great surf spot here, and you can see the coast, which is amazing. That's actually the Montage Rock.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. You have a great
it's
eye.
the first time that I'm seeing this, so it's really great. I
Yeah.
love discovering new things in your art every time.
Thank you.
That's really
yeah. There's
incredible.
little details like this small person walking.
Yes.
There's all these little, especially this haze right here. I love this. And you know, it's funny, this shot, I walk my dog down on this beach every morning, and some of the shots are very organic and in the moment. Upstairs we'll see one that was super organic, but this one was very meticulous. I went down and shot this beach at this hour probably 10 times before I got the film back and was really happy with the shot. I had a very specific vision for how I wanted it to look, and this one is the final manifestation of that, and I'm so thrilled with it.
When you go to shoot, you have a specific vision of what you want to achieve, and some of them would be more organic.
Some of them just happen to me, and it's just about the art of noticing, but this one
Nature
in particular...
is speaking to you.
Exactly.
Okay, I love that.
Exactly, you know.
And would you travel to different places in order to get the shots?
Yeah, there is no distance that I will not go to get the shot. I would say I'm borderline obsessive about what I do because I just love it so much.
Speaking of distance, I know there is a really special one that you took, and it's just right up the hall. So let's check that one out.
Awesome.
Okay. Wow, you are incredibly talented. This is incredible.
Thank you.
This is really magic. Tell me about this.
This photograph was taken in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Ooh, fun.
And I was down in South America working on a documentary, and so we were shooting footage for the documentary. We were flying the drone. We always fly at sunrise when the city is asleep and the light is best. So we were flying the drone back, the battery was dying. I saw this beautiful sidewalk from above, and I knew that I wanted to take a picture just for me. And my partner was with me, and the drone was dying. She was like, "Don't do it, the drone's gonna fall out of the sky." But I risked it, and seconds to spare, grabbed 1 or 2 shots, and then landed the drone, got back to my computer, and I was so delighted to find that the image had turned out exactly how I had hoped.
Well, I'm glad you took that risk because this is so great. I love it.
Worth the risk.
It's such a fun photo. It's just incredible. The photography just makes your heart smile. I love
it. Does. I love that. Yeah.
I love how you captured all the photography here. It's really making you feel so good when you're looking at it. It's amazing. All the footprints and the sidewalk pattern is amazing.
Yeah, this sidewalk was built in the 1960s by a famous Brazilian landscape architect, and this actually runs for miles along the beach. This is Copacabana Beach, but usually this beach is so packed with people that you can't see it. So a key to being a photographer is being ready to wake up at 4 a.m. to get the shot, and this was totally worth it.
Well, you definitely see everyone's footprint there, which is great. That's so amazing. I love that. Your photography complements the spaces in this house in such a perfect way. Is there a preferred photography that you see with the luxury buyers when they come to your gallery to purchase the art?
I think that art is so subjective, and lots of people have different kinds of taste, but for me, I think that nature is something that we can all really agree on. And I think that photography is really a special way to bring people into a moment, to make a home feel really warm and personal.
Yes, and I love going back to Italy. So let's see another shot like that. It's right here in the primary bedroom. I love that. So this piece was shot in Italy. What are we looking at here?
This was shot in Lucca, Italy at a vineyard, and this is actually a very close-up shot of lichen. So you've got this beautiful eucalyptus tree bark here, and it's split open in the center, and that mossy algae substance called lichen is coming out. And I was there at a vineyard, and I walked by this beautiful tree, and I only had one little old 1970s film camera on me. Didn't even really have the right lens, but I was so struck by this, I thought, well, you know what, let me take a shot and we'll see what happens. So I took just one shot, came back to California 3 weeks later to get it developed, and
this is what came out.
So elated
it's
to see
amazing.
it turned
I
out.
love that.
Thank
and I
you.
love that you can see different things here. I mean, it could look kind of like, I mean, I don't know, that looks like a rafting boat,
It's very
right?
abstract, and you brought up such a good point, because there are other pieces in the house that are aerial photography. A lot of people, when they come into the gallery, they think that this is from 10,000 feet and that maybe this is an estuary or a river and a boat.
Yes.
But in reality, this entire scene is about 1 inch large. So I think that's the magic of photography, is that you really can have these abstract elements that are open to interpretation like you would in a painting or any other kind of fine art.
I love that. I think that's so great. So how do you suggest that those pieces will be displayed for the best visual effect?
Yeah, I think generally pieces look great in natural light, and all the pieces in this house have something special called art glass, and it's 90% non-reflective. So especially a home like this that has unencumbered ocean views, you can get a lot of reflections, and the art glass just does such an unbelievable job at presenting the photography in its best light.
Yes, and I love that you're bringing nature into the house from different locations around the world. It's just so magical. I really appreciate your work. So what is the next thing that's coming?
I am currently showcasing my work at Pure Design House's showroom in North Laguna, and you can also find my work on our website at CULTERRA.art.
Or coming to 155 Oak Street and see the art displays in a really perfect way, which I love it. I think it's really complementing the spaces in such an incredible way. I really appreciate you coming and visiting with us here. Just to hear the information and the stories behind the art really means a lot. It just brings it to life in a different way. So thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Of course.
Oh, this has been such a joy.
Of course. Thank you for visiting with me here at 155 Oak Street in Laguna Beach with Taylor, who's an amazing photographer, and her great stories. Meital Taub here with Taub Real Estate. Connect with us for more information.